Hello, hi Kimmy. Hi there, I'm Casey Christensen. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from West Kelowna, BC. It's raining here today. It's raining pretty good, but I guess we can't have good weather all the time or our trees wouldn't be quite as green and our grasses. So it is what it is, right? Hi Karen, nice to see you. So I'm sorry I didn't make it on yesterday. My mother-in-law passed away, and I just needed to take a breather. So today I thought I would play with something new. I don't know if you watched the replay, Karen, but I got a whole bunch of new stuff. So today I want to have a play with it. It's new to me, so you're gonna have to bear with me. We're gonna sort of learn it together. It's a beautiful stamp set. I absolutely love this stamp set. I don't know why it is, but I'm absolutely thrilled to have this stamp right here. I love things that stamp in a circle. I'm not sure why, but every time I see something that stamps like that, I like it. So there you have it. That one's a nice circle, and then you've got all your different flowers, lots of great sentiments. You are so thoughtful. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. No one deserves a happier birthday than you. That's a great one. I really like that one a lot. Love you so much. Let today be the start of something new, and just thinking of you today. So really good sentiments. It is the Photopolymer Stamp Set, so you've got this great piece in the back here to put all your little bits on so that you know you're not missing anything. And as I've mentioned before, it comes on two pieces of plastic. One of them, when you get the stamp, it's not stuck to the back here. It's on two pieces of plastic. So one of them is a fairly flimsy. Oh, so you saw all my new goodies. One of them's a fairly flimsy piece. I just tossed that out. But this thicker one, you can reuse this. This is basically window pane. So hang on to it, and you can use it if you're going to do any peekaboo cards or things like that. Okay, so check out this die set. The die set alone, I think this is going to take maybe a couple, 3 demos to get it all sorted out. This is a big die set. Lots of fun stuff in here. So this is it in the catalog, but there's the die set. So this is what I was talking about. That instead of the 3-dimensional portion of these tulips, instead of them being like 3 or 4 pieces that you put this piece and then you put that piece and then you put that piece, these are really cool. These fold. These dies fold. So we're going to play with those today and see how they work. Also, this great little row of flowers, and look what they look like on here. On page 27 in your catalog, there is one of the little mini envelopes, like so, with these flowers across the front, and I think it's really, really cute. Really cute. So we might have a chance to play with that. And then you've got various leaves and a little bit of detail. This die here cuts out a little bit of detail. We'll have a play with that and see what it does exactly. And so I guess this is just, I'm guessing this little die is for some grasses at the base of your tulips, if you want to have some grasses at the base of your tulips. So you can either do this all with cutting paper, or you can do it with stamps. So these ones are stamps. I tried to see if any of these stamps work with the folding bits here, and to the best of my ability, I don't think they do. But let's just have a play and see what we can come up with. So, as I always do, I'm going to start with my card base, and I decided to use, remember yesterday I wasn't sure if I was allowed to show you my paper. I know I'm not allowed to show you any catalog, but I wasn't allowed to show you my paper. So this paper, we're at celebration time coming up with this next catalog. Hi Dorothy, nice to see you. We're at celebration time coming up with this next catalog, and so this is one of my celebration items. So I got this for free because I ordered $120 worth of merchandise. So some of them are $60 increments, the celebration catalog. Some are, let me just grab it here. I can't show it to you, but I can show you the catalog. So this is full of free stuff, free with purchase. The minimum purchase is $60, and you can choose something in the $60 area for free. And then there's the $120 area for free, which is usually going to be a bigger deal. Like I got this paper and a stamp set for that. Or if you've done the $120, rather than pick a $120 deal, you can pick two $60 deals. So it is a nice savings, and there is some really fun stuff in here. And so there's something to look forward to. It'll be coming in your mail. So this is the stamp set, and it is a rubber stamp set. We're not going to use that today, but I am going to use this paper, so I thought I would take a second and show it to you. The only thing I know about the card I'm going to make right now is that the base of it is going to be the piece of paper that I've apparently just lost. There it is. My base is going to be Mossy Meadow. So this stack of paper takes an unbelievable, well, not takes, but coordinates with an unbelievable number of your cardstock. So Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Melon Mambo, Mossy Meadow, Orchid Oasis, Pear Pizzazz, Rich Razzleberry, Sahara Sand, and Starry Sky. So many that it coordinates with. So let's have a look at this. I love this one. This is absolutely gorgeous. Like I say, all I know is that I'm starting out with Mossy Meadow. And then on the flip side of this is this, also one of my favorites. I'm very fond of these kinds of, these kinds of papers, like the two shades of green. I call it celery. I don't know what anyone else calls it, but I just love this. This is going to be like a favorite piece of paper. Unfortunately, this is a favorite piece of paper too. So the good news is I get two, so I don't have to feel too bad about cutting it up. And the more good news is I'll probably shop enough to earn some more. Now, these are absolutely beautiful. These I can see fussy cut. I can see fussy cutting this out and then it becoming the feature on the front of a card, right? Any of these. That's what I would be doing anyways. However, look at the other side. How pretty is that? That's just gorgeous. It is. Running out of room to put things. This one, I don't know. This made me think of way back in the days of quilting where we had fabric that was kind of this isn't a calico, but that same sort of, that sort of feeling. It's beautiful paper, Dorothy. It really is. And then a nice bright yellow stripe. That's always a useful one. This makes me think of a wedding or a, I don't know. Roses, I think they are. They're very pretty. Nice colors, great colors. Flip side reminds me of old-fashioned wallpaper. Really old-fashioned wallpaper. I don't know. Like in the 40s or something. And then this one. So very floral, very pretty and quite dainty, I think. I think it's quite dainty. But speaking of dainty, look at this side. Isn't that the cutest? I really like it. I really like it. I don't know if you can, maybe I'll hold it a little bit closer up for you. I don't know what you can see there. It's like just little flowers with leaves. It's very pretty. Great colors. And then I think this is the one I'm going to use. Only not this side. Again, these would be lovely fussy cut out. Right? Or used on a, you could use these in a row on a slimline card, which would be pretty cool. And this one. And I think I'm just going to go, I don't know, I'm going to use two different papers. So let's see. Maybe I should do one of the prints. Let's revisit. I think I'll do that. And this one. Yeah. I think I'll do these two. And this does have a direction, so you want to bear that in mind when you're doing your cutting. There's an up and a down, okay? So let's do our card base first. Now, I've got my piece, oh, I didn't score it. I've got my card base cut. This is the Mossy Meadow. I just need to score it. So because it's a long card, it's going to be scored at 5.5, not cut, not cut. Oh, you're welcome, Dorothy. It's really a beautiful set. It's one of those ones I've kind of been hemming and hawing ever since I saw it come out. And then I went to this one-day retreat here in Kelowna, and there were, what did they call them? They were, you know, when you, make and takes, that's what they were. There were these make and takes. Now, I know this looks funny that I'm bringing out this piece of black, but just bear with me. Just bear with me a second. So this piece of black, I'm going to cut it, let's see, I'm going to cut it 4 by 5.25. Yeah, so I'll cut 4 by 5.25. Yeah, so one of the make and takes was this thing, and I just loved how the tulips fold over to give you the 3D effect. It's not like those peonies that we had where you had to cut all the different pieces and then put them all in. This is just a fold over, and it's really, really clever. All right, so this is my first layer. Now let's put this down. So my husband's just off cleaning out my mother-in-law's. She was in a care home. So, but here's something very interesting. She passed away 2 years to the day that her husband passed away, my father-in-law. He passed away 2 years ago today. And she passed away, or 2 days ago yesterday, actually. And then she passed away today. I think he was probably calling her home. She's been on her own for long enough. Sorry about my hair. It's the only way I can get things straight. I need to get over top of them. So there's my piece there. Now I already know this is 4, right? Did I say 4? Yeah. So I'm gonna cut a piece of this paper. And this one has no directions, so it doesn't matter. Thank you, Dorothy. Yeah. It was a long battle for her. So, well, it wasn't a long battle. It's just, I shouldn't say that at all. It wasn't a long battle. It was a short battle. But it was a long time for her to be alone, and I know she was lonely, and I know she was bored with life, basically, because, you know, not a whole lot of anything to do. So I'm going to cut a strip of that at 4. And now I have to think for a second. I think I'm going to do 1.25. Let me just check. Yeah, I'll do 1.25 pieces. 1.25. 2 of them. But she took a bad fall, and I guess because she was already in the hospital, she broke her leg and she hit her head pretty hard. And then because she was already in the hospital, of course, at her age, they take advantage to look and check out everything else, you know, blood work and all kinds of different things, right? So this one's going to be 4 as well. So I'm going to cut it this way. I've got my up and down. Correct. So she, when they did all the other tests, she had lung cancer. So when they did all the other tests, they just found that it had pretty much metastasized to everywhere, you know, in her lymph nodes and all that stuff. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do with this. I'm not going to cut that second floral piece yet because I don't know exactly what size I want it to be. It depends on how much of a show I want. So I am going to glue this only because I find you get a little more wiggle room when you glue it. And I'm also going to take off the teeniest little sliver. I don't want it to overhang that edge. I just want it to meet up with it. Yeah, like so, okay? So let's get some glue. So when they went in and they found, where is my glue? Oh, there we go. When they went in and they found out everything else, she was in hospital, I guess, for about a week and a half. And then yesterday, they put her into hospice, and she was only in hospice for, I don't know, a couple of hours. And she passed, so. And it is hard, but I'm a big believer in quality of life, right? And I'm not sure she had one at that point, you know. I know she was lonely, missing her husband, bored. All she did was, she did have a nice place in the rest home, though. It was a very nice room. I mean, if you got to be there, it was quite a nice spot to be in. But her life pretty much revolved around TV and cigarettes, so not a lot going on. See what I mean by the wiggle room? That way, I need that wiggle room. Wiggle, 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 please wiggle. Okay, there we go. So when you're gluing it, you have a little room so that if it's not exactly perfect right out of the gate, you can make it that way. Okay, so I need my ruler, as I want to see what size I want this to be. So I'm going to go with 2.5, which is going to give me the tiniest little show of black in between the papers, just to make the paper pop. So 2.5, and I think I like what that is. You might want to be fussy where you cut it to see what flowers you're going to get in there. I'm not going to, because I like those white flowers that I'm going to get quite a lot of. So let's see how that looks. That's what we're after. See that? So I'm not going to pop any of this up because we'll be popping up our flowers and the sign and all that kind of stuff. I think I'm going to use this for this. Okay. Now make sure we get it right side up. That's a good start. And there we go. See, it just gives it a little hint of framing, framing sort of thing around this nice floral paper. So there's our basic inside of our card. We're also going to have some vellum. So the vellum piece, let's see what we got for, oh, we have no vellum scraps whatsoever. How about that? That's weird. That's not usually something that happens. So I'll get myself a piece of vellum. And I think I'm just going to do like, I don't know, 1.5 maybe. 1.5 inch piece of vellum. I like to use vellum. It's kind of fun. Vellum, I like to use vellum with embossing folders too. It looks so pretty. There we go. That's just a nice piece of vellum. Out aside. Now, how long do I want this? I think I'll go right from the top to about, let's get a pencil. Make a little mark here. Right from the top to about maybe there-ish. Right there-ish. Okay. Wow, long lives, hey? Thank you, Karen. My mother-in-law was, I think she was 82. Okay, so there's my little piece. So this turned out to be 1.5 by 5. All your little bits. And then I'm just going to take my scissors at the bottom. Where are my scissors? Oh, there they are. and I'm going to just flag it. So I'm just going to take my scissors from the corner up to the relatively the middle and just create a little flag. I like that. And that's going to go there. However, I'm not going to stick it yet because, as you know, whatever you use to stick down vellum can be seen through the vellum. So we want to make sure that we glue it down in the areas that we're going to have something else over top of it so you won't see the glue. So let's work on our tulips. Let's do this. So we're going to need our machine. And these all go with the small embossing machine. All of the dies, okay, they all fit in there. So I'm going to cut all of these because I don't know what they do, okay? I know they have fold lines on them, so I know they're going to fold, but I haven't seen them yet. I haven't seen what they're going to do for me. So there's 3 of the folding ones. We'll need a stem or 2. And we'll need, well, there's two different stems, 2 different kinds of leaves, and I'm going to cut out one of these little grasses just to see what it does. I'm just curious as to what that will do. So let's cut out some flowers first. So I was thinking of using, I don't know if I like this up against my card. No, I think I want something lighter. Although this is one of the colors that's in the set, but I still feel like it's a little bit much. So what should I use? Let's see. Yeah, that was Flirty Flamingo, and I think it's a bit much. There's Melon Mambo, but that's really bright. Excuse me for 1 second. I think I'm going to get some Blushing Bride. I think that would be a better one to use. Let's try it anyways. It's not even in the lineup, but it certainly works. Okay. So my computer is not scrolling down, so if I'm missing your comments, it's because I'm not getting to see them. Okay, let me just look. Yes, there's purple and blue. There's so many colors in this, it's amazing. There's, oh wait a minute, no, there isn't purple, although there's purple here. Isn't that funny? It's not in it. What it does give me, though, is, maybe that would be the ticket. Let's try one. Rich Razzleberry is part of the lineup of this paper, part of the color lineup. So let's try one of those too. I mean, we're here to have fun, right? So let's give it a go. See what we get. See what we get. Let's get out a piece of that. Well, that might be pretty stunning, actually. Oh, cut off a piece. Let's try it. This might work into the plan quite nicely. And it's a pretty color. See, there's other purples in this particular paper that I used, but they're not on the list. Not that you have to go by the list. You don't. I'm just saying they're not mentioned in the color list on the paper package, which usually they are. So let's get out our stuff. And we're just going to run some of these through, shall we? And do all these. I don't know that we'll use 3 tulips, but let's make them anyhow because they're not going to go to waste or anything. Let's try and get some. I meant to go on YouTube and see a few demos with this stuff, but I just wanted to be, supportive to my husband and hang with him. How did I, what happened there? This one didn't cut at all. That's very strange. I think maybe I need new plates. All right, that's very strange. It didn't even cut at all. Let's see, which one is it? This one. It's dented in the paper, but it didn't cut. Okay. Let's try it again. Fingers crossed. I hope it was me and not the die. Do it a few more times. Yeah, I love vellum. Flagging just means this little cutout at the bottom. That's flagging. Oh, sorry, I'm too far forward. That's flagging right there. That little cutout. I wish my thing would scroll here because I can't see what anyone's saying. Yeah, Blushing Bride would certainly work, but I just want to try this. And okay, it cut, so it must have been me, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe I need a new plate for my little mini embossing machine. There we go. Okay, so here's how these guys work. I think it's just brilliant. I love it. It's kind of what made me go for the die set is you just fold them and fold them. You see? There's one. There's another one. And there's another one. Aren't they cute? I just think they're so cute. And then when you glue them, you're kind of supposed to roll them a little bit so that, not roll them, but like not glue them totally flat. You're supposed to, see how I've got the edges here? If I just fold this flat, if I just fold this flat, then this edge exceeds this edge. The idea being that you push it down so that those two edges meet, which will give it a three-dimensional deal. Now this one looks weird to me, so I'm wondering if something else gets to happen to it, like maybe like that. Okay, look. See this one that doesn't look like much of anything? It just sort of has two foldovers. This next one tucks into it. See that? And then maybe this one does too. Let's look at this one. Maybe this one it tucks into as well. I don't know. That's not what they gave us when we did the class. We did not get more than one little piece. Well, you certainly could, but I don't think it's intended that way. I think this one's intended to sit like it is, and this one is a two-part one. See, this one here, this is the card we did, right? So this is kind of what I'm going by. So I'm trying to see inside. So that's what we did. We had this one here, and this one tucked inside of it. That's exactly right. Can you see it better on this card? That's two parts there. Okay, so what I want to do though is give it a little bit more life. So I'm going to take this is my Whisper White Craft Stampin' Pad. And I'm going to take a Q-tip and I want to just give this a little bit of life. So I'm going to take this piece first, and this is experimental, people. I haven't done this. The only reason I'm using a toothpick, oh, don't tell me it's dry. No, it's not. The only reason I'm using, not a toothpick, a Q-tip is because I don't have a clean dauber to use. So I'm just giving this a little oomph with some So it looks a little less than nothing, okay? I want it to look a little less than nothing. And then I'm going to put it on the bottom of this piece here. Better lay it down to do that or I'm going to crumble it. And if you look in the catalog, they've done the same thing, but they've done it with colors because they have added pink on pink sort of thing, which I would have if I was using pink, but I'm not. So that just gives it a little more variation in color. So now I think what I'm going to do is I'm just trying to see how that wants to work. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue. I'm going to put it on this portion. So I can then drop that down. And it should match at the bottom so that you know you've got it in the right place. It ought to go kind of together in the bottom. And then when I go to put this piece down, I'm just going to put some glue along. Oh, I got to glue that down a little bit. My glue is chosen now to get gummed up because that's the way it works, right? And then I'm just going to glue the very edge of this next fold because I don't want it to, I want it to stick along the edge but not get too crazy. That's cute. That's really cute. And then it goes into the big piece. Okay, so that's a very, very detailed kind of flower. So we've got 1, 2, let's put this piece together now. Some glue along the bottom. I should have my silicone sheet out, but I don't. Place that in there. And then you're just going to pop that closed with a little bit of glue right there. See that? Little bit of glue right on that end there because it needs to just fold over there. And you're going to have to hold that. This is quite thick. So you're going to need to hold that and let it get good and stuck. And that's really pretty. It might be a little crooked, but that's okay. It's my first one, okay? So let's get some of this white. And just give it a little bit more life than it has at the moment. Just give it a little bit of, I'm going to say a Q-tip's not the best way to do it, but it's what I have. I need to get some more daubers. So that's my one tulip. Let's just see what where we want to go with this, because I think I want to use the leaf stamp. It is a 3-piece tulip. Yes, it is. It's very 3-dimensional. It's very cool. So let's get my leaves. We'll do a couple of leaves and a stem. I don't think I need to stamp the stem though. I think I'll just stamp the leaves. It's very pretty. I don't know how close I can hold that up. Can you see that? It's really, really pretty. I wished I'd had a dauber though, rather than a Q-tip to put that little color on, but it is what it is, right? That's what I had, so that's what I used. I am going to order some daubers though. I think I need to get some. So I have lots, but they're all like black. I need a clean one, and I'm not sure how well they wash up, to be honest. So I'm going to take my I've got a little scrap here of Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to use Mossy Meadow on Pear Pizzazz. So I'll put a leaf on each side, and I think only one leaf. I think one's going to do it. Oh, that's better. Yeah, see? It's got some nice detail. It's going to look really good when it's cut out. I'm wondering if I should do the stem anyway, since these two have the... Yeah, I should. Since those two have the ink on them, I better do ink on the stem as well, so that it's consistent, right? It's funny, there's two stem dies, but only one stem. Oh, I see. One's just for doing it on paper. One's just for cutting it on paper. So. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. All right, so let's cut this down a bit because we want to use the mini. And I think we can do them all at the same time. A little bit of washi tape. Oh, I've never, what do you mean oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, I do that quite a bit. I do that quite a bit. Why not, right? Sort of conserves time. That was a tough word to get out this morning, or this afternoon. It feels like morning because I didn't sleep last night, so I got up, did a couple of things, and went right back to bed, and I didn't get up until almost 12:30, but I needed it. I never beat myself up over sleeping because, you know, I'm not a very good sleeper, and I've often said, if I lived alone, if I didn't have someone, you know, that I would be disturbing, I wouldn't even bother with night and day. I would just keep my own schedule. Be awake when I'm awake and be asleep when I'm asleep, and to heck with everything. Because you know what? There's very few things these days that you couldn't do in the middle of the night if you had to. You know. But I wouldn't want to keep my husband up. It might make him a little crazy. A little crazier. All right. Okay, let's get our plates. Ooh, just made it. Just made it. Let's get this out of the way. All right. Let's see how those look. Oh, they're beautiful. They are beautiful. Okay. So now let's think about what we're going to do here. Now I know that I'm going to be able to hide my tape under my glue dots for my vellum. I'm going to be able to hide them under here for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and put one down. And that's generally how I do it. I put them down one at a time where I know I can put one down, and then as I go, I may or may not add some more. So I'm just going to put this kind of, I'm going to put it on the card actually, I think. Yeah, right about there. Just stick that on there. A really nice thing happened yesterday too, though. My my daughter, oh no, it was day before yesterday actually that she passed, because yesterday my daughter called me in the morning and said that her work, she's a prison guard, and they said that her work had given her a day because of the situation, and did I want her to come up? So she came up. She was actually going to Merritt to meet up with her boyfriend who's camping, but she came up a day early and spent a little time with me. Cleaning bathrooms? Oh my gosh, what's wrong with you? That's not entertainment, that's torture. That's torture. So this is a pretty thick flat. You know what? I want to do something. I want to do something because it's bugging me. Okay, let's find my darker. See, they're all really dark. That's what the problem is. All my things are so used and dark, and I need to buy a whole new package. I'm gonna find the what could I use? How about Blackberry Bliss? I'm going to try Blackberry Bliss, and I'm going to try and make that. Yeah, she's a keeper. That one, she's a keeper. She came up, she took us for lunch, and we had a pretty good time. Yeah, this is going to look better. So I'm just using a little Blackberry Bliss, and I'm just kind of going over the area. And you know what it's doing? Okay, I like this. I'll show it to you in a second. What it's doing is it's adding to the edges of my tulip. And I think it's really effective. So let me just finish it and I'll give you a better view. So, kind of like so. Can you see that? It's kind of given it a little more interest. That white wasn't a good idea, although it was on the card we made in the make and take. The white looked okay on the card there, but she used the daubers to do that. So note to self, Q-tip's not such a good tool, but I do like my flower now. All right, so I'm going to give this another glue dot because it's moving around on me. And I think I can probably do one right about on the side there, because that's where my leave's going to be. It's not like you can see them very well. I mean, if you're looking for them, you can see them. But if a part of your glue dot isn't totally covered up, don't sweat it. It's not the end of the world, okay? So there's my tulip, and I need my stem. Let's just place this and see what it's going to look like. What was that funny little thing? What was that? I guess it goes, well, I won't put it on here, but this funny little die here, I think it's like to go down here, like a little bit of grass below your tulip. What do you think of that? Isn't that pretty? So these are all going to get popped up, so they're going to look really, really sharp. So let's get some big, the big dimensionals. Oh my goodness, I have a mess here. Well, I thought I got some out yesterday, but I didn't, so I'm not going to fuss with it now. I'll just cut off a piece here. Couple little pieces there. That is one fancy tulip. I'm going to be practicing those and seeing what I can do for color, but on the catalog page you can see one on there, and they've done a little color on it, and it looks really, really good. Oh, I think I want that a tad higher. Okay. Not having a clever moment. Let me just get that. All right. I'll just give that a little dot. No, I can't give it a little dot because that's not working. I've got something stuck in my glue, and now is not the time. Now is not the time. Okay. All right, another little piece. Using up my bits here. Always good to use up your bits, otherwise it's wasted. And another glue dot under there because it's moving. Guess that vellum is more stubborn than I realized. Okay, now this is going to be I think this is going to have to get glued down. I want it to bump up, but I think, let's see, can I? What if I did this? What if I did this? I'm just cutting a tiny little strip off of my leftovers. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. There we go. When in doubt, right there, I just created the tiniest little strip, and because it's so narrow, it's bendy. So I was able to get it to bend along with my stem piece. There we go. Every once in a while I can pull one out. Every once in a while. But can I get the paper off it? That's the question. There we go. All right. I'm just going to tuck that under there. And then this one. I'll have a couple on that one. If you wanted to, I suppose you could put mini dimensionals out to the ends. I'm not going to. I don't really think it's that necessary, but you can. All right, so I think I want the like so. Do that one first. Okay, so now let's see. What do we want to do for, I think maybe I'd like to do that circle. The circle sentiment. So I'm going to do that on white. Yeah, I think I'll be playing with this set for a few days. I want to There's a few things, while I'm doing this, there's a few other things swimming around in my head. And that's usually a good indication that I want to play with it some more. So I may as well share it with you. So let's get a piece here. Not sure how dark this is going to be. We'll just see. No, I think I like my other option, which is to do the Evening Evergreen. It's still a green, but it comes off much more vivid for a sentiment. So let's try that. Yes, very nice. So that's what I'm going to do. Now let's get out my circles, and I think we'll do like that. Yes, I think that looks good. That looks really good. So let's cut this. We're gonna save that other circle though, because I'll use it on something else. And this is just done on basic white like most things are. So I'll get some washi tape. And I'm using one of the dies that has a little scallop on it too, so I do like the little scallop. In fact, I think next thing on my order, remember I've been using these, which came in a Rhonda Wade kit, and I've been enjoying them so much, I think I'm darn well going to have to get that set. These are contour something. Oh, I should know that. Contour, anybody? Contour shapes or something like that. Scalloped contours. It's like that. So I think I'm going to get that because those seem to come in really handy, and I've used them all. So it was a kit with Rhonda Wade, and I just didn't have the stamp set to do what she did with them. So I just kind of keep the bits and pieces and do my own thing. I do a lot of that. Okay. Oh, that's so nice. That's really, really nice. I like it. Right? What do you think? I like it. I think it looks my way or the highway attitude, yes. Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, so that's going to go on some dimensionals. Now, just talking out loud here, had I thought, like, the reason I did the black behind here was because it was so effective on this card that we did in the class. But I think it was more effective on this card because the fabric, or because the paper was such vibrant colors. I don't have any of that paper, but it was such vibrant colors. So I think on this one, if I did this card again, which I might, because I do like it, if I did this card again, I think I would do the behind here, the Mossy Meadow. Just leave it Mossy Meadow rather than black, and then have a frame behind my little circle. I don't know. Do I want a black frame behind it? I'm not sure. What do you think? Behind the circle, should I do a black circle behind it? I think it would look weird if I did. Well, it might not look weird. I was thinking of doing the green circle behind it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think I'll just leave it the way it is for this one. And yeah, I'm thinking I would try it. I'm thinking I'll try it, Kim. Let's get the next size up of circle and cut a black one and see what it looks like. It was this one, so that's probably going to be this one. Yeah, let's cut a black one and just see what it looks like. Nothing to lose, right? If it doesn't look good, it doesn't look good. Pretty simple. And where's my top? Where's the top? Oh, there it is. My husband's in there making pierogies. Pierogies, yum, I love pierogies. Yeah, that's true. It'll hit the Dexter dish if I don't use it. It might be nice just to have that little shadow around it, though, I think I'd like to try, I've got things going around in my head, like maybe a slimline card that has like a whole row of tulips would look cute as well. I better take this off because I'm going to end up making a mess if I don't. Actually, yeah, it does look nice like that. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down if I can get my glue to work. Not too sure about that. Oh, there we go. Must have just had a little bit stuck right at the very tip. Okay, and now I'll use the dimensionals. So I just happen to have black dimensionals here. They do sell black dimensionals. I got them as a gift at a retreat. And I don't see that there's a difference really between the black and the white ones. I don't know. Some people like to use the black over the white, but I suppose if you were looking at the layers of the card, like if you held the card up and looked at the layers, might be less noticeable, but who does that anyways, right? There. Okay, yes, I do like that. And then I need something. I need some blings. I don't know what blings, but I need some. No idea what to use with this one. Let's see. Let's see what we got. I got little white guys. I think black dots will be too much. I've got these. These are pretty. These are the 2021 to 2023 in color opal rounds. And they come in several colors. There's an iridescent one too, which is nice. I could do rhinestones and color them, but I'm not really in that kind of mood. So I can do, what are these? Solid faceted gems, and they come in the dark green. Yeah, those aren't really making me too happy. Those are pretty as well. Elegant faceted gems. Those are pretty, and I have tons of them. Pearls. Pearls? What do we think pearls? The pinky ones up here or the pinky ones down here? They both are a little bit pink. These ones up here, Kim? Which pinky ones? I think these ones look pretty good with it. Yeah, okay, let's do these. Let's do the pinky ones. The other ones are Blushing Bride, so if you know Blushing Bride, they're not all that pink. Blushing Bride is a lovely color, but it's not all that pink. So, All right, so let's do this, and we'll just do, let's just have one there. I think I'm going to leave them on the vellum though. They don't really show up on the paper. Maybe one over here. Nope. Don't like that. There we go. So that's my card, and that's my time. So I'm gonna put it inside, of course, like I always do for writing on. But I think that was fun. It's kind of a cool set to play with. I'll get better at it as I do a little bit more practice, and I'm also going to spend some time watching other people's videos and see what people are doing with them. So my kind of sort of plan for tomorrow is to work on this again, but do something completely different. And that is if I'm, what do you think, ladies? I think top. Yeah, the top. That's what I used, Kim. I think it's a better pink. I think it's a much better pink. Yeah, I love the tulips too, but there's so much more I can do. I'm looking at all the die cuts, all the pieces. I want to try this fun row of flowers in the die cuts, and so lots of things to try out. So that's my card for today. So for the benefit of those who are watching that don't know me, I can be found Stampin' with Casey on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So I hope you liked my card today, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye for now.